The Apple faithful gathered together in San Francisco, and Steve Jobs even made an appearance to show off some new features to the iPod and iTunes lines of Apple products. What's going on here? What's new? We bring in Stuart Miles from Pocketlint to talk about what's hot and what was kind of a fizzle about this Apple event. Stuart, thanks for joining us.
That's all right, no problem.
So this is, we were talking before the show that we were both sort of disappointed in what actually transpired. I mean, it wasn't the worst event in the world. It was, they still showed off a new iPod Nano with the camera. They also showed off the OS 3.1, which is updated to the iPhone and iPod. And basically they showed off a lot of games, apparently. I don't know, what's your impression of the event, Stuart?
Well, I think it's the typical thing of the Apple faithful rumor mill excitement, just getting a bit too excited and perhaps performing a money shot before it actually happened. It's one of those things where, we were if you wanted to get like overly excited about what could have possibly happened, there was the Beatles announcement, there was iPod Touch with camera, there was Nano with camera, there was Classic with camera, there was new iTunes, there was an iTablet thrown in there for good measure, plus probably a host of other things which I really can't be bothered to talk about. And then it turned out to be a software update and a new Nano with a video camera that can't do stills.
Yeah, that was one of the odd things that we were talking about too, is apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently the new iPod Nano can't even take still pictures, it can only take video. You heard this from one of your people. What's going on here?
Yeah, basically one of my men on the ground, so to speak, at the London event's just been talking, having a hands-on play. He's literally MSNing me as we talk, saying that the great thing is that while you'll be able to take videos and add special effects, there aren't any apps that you can download for it. Plus, there aren't any any capabilities of taking stills until you download that into some software on your Mac or PC to then be able to grab the stills from.
So I guess you just say 1, 2, 3 cheese, and then like people just stand there and you're like, I probably took a picture, just pretend like I did.
Yeah, I mean it'd probably be like those Harry Potter moments where it's a picture, which is very exciting. In addition to that, we've also been told that it's only 640 by 480 for a resolution.
Yeah, I mean that's like flip video camera, which is what they were kind of selling it as. That you bring it along with you on occasion or whatever. Some of the other announcements, the iTunes 9, they added a lot more significant management of the application store. I mean, that was something I think a lot of people think is long overdue, especially since there's thousands and thousands of applications. And they also said something about a Genius feature for applications, so it figures out which applications you might like. I don't know, Stuart. On the whole, if you had to wrap up this thing into one thing, is there one thing that was like sort of a highlight for you, or was it all just kind of whatever?
I think it's a bit meh, isn't it? It's a bit like, there's some new stuff that I'm not going to complain and say that the new iTunes features are welcome. The Genius remixes or the application Genius stuff is clearly a way for Apple to try and eke more money out of you. They've always done well with the Genius feature for the song, so why not just roll it out?
Not to mention the LP, the iTunes LP, which means you have to rebuy all your albums over again, which is...
Yeah, I think that's also that sort of an attempt to try and appeal to perhaps the older generation who still want something tangible, maybe for a tablet or some device that is yet to come out that, will show you that you're listening to Norah Jones. I mean, even the notion of having Norah Jones on the stage in San Francisco seems to be sort of calling out to the older, sort of more jazz, smooth market rather than just... the down-and-out kids who probably want some Green Day and no effects.
Dear 35 to 50-year-olds, please buy our stuff. I guess that's what they're trying to say. Stuart Miles from Pocketlint, we're out of time, so we're going to leave it there. Thanks for coming on the show. Maybe next time we'll have something better to talk about from an Apple event. Tomorrow we're bringing on a couple people to talk more about that Palm Pixie that you might have heard about. It's that non-slider WebOS phone, so be sure to check back tomorrow for that. I'm Randall Bennett, and don't forget, we're on iTunes, even iTunes 9. You can download us and check us out there. And we're on YouTube, we're lots of other places. See you later.